Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins pole for Coke 0400. Daytona Beach, there is such a deep family connection to the sport's most iconic racetrack. It's even difficult for Dale Earnhardt Jr. to officially call Saturday night's Coke 0400 his final race at Daytona International Speedway. Try as he might, Earnhardt has tried to remain focused for the 7:30 p.m. race, knowing NASCAR desperately needs him to be successful. While a victory would be overwhelming as he approaches retirement after the season, nothing would be more special at Daytona than creating a final chapter in the family's remarkable legacy. And it will all start from the pole position. His lap of 190.973 miles per hour Friday afternoon created the perfect script ahead of Saturday's race. Just when it appeared there couldn't be any more pressure thrust on the 42-year-old driver's emotions, he will start his final ride around Daytona in a fitting place, in the lead. "I don't do anything in qualifying except hold the wheel," he said after beating Hendrick Motorsports teammate Chase Elliott for the top spot. "The car does everything." The Petties certainly have their successes at the 2.5-mile raceway. So have the Allisons and Waltrips. But no family has a more deep-rooted connection, built through triumph and tragedy, to a track built of unforgiving asphalt and endless dreams. It's hard to believe and ever harder to say it, Dale Earnhardt Jr. probably won't drive another race car at Daytona. "I certainly did feel a lot more relaxed now," he said. "I don't know whether it's because I finally got to tell everybody and let everybody know what we are doing, get that over with, but I certainly felt real relaxed today in the garage during practice. I felt like there was less pressure from somewhere and a large amount, a lot different." His father, 7-time champion Dale Earnhardt Sr., defined Daytona success. Counting the Daytona 500, Coke 0400, Daytona 500 qualifying, All-Star, Xfinity Series and International Race of Champion races, he compiled a track record 34 wins. He died on the final lap of the 2001 Daytona 500. Less than 5 months later, Earnhardt Jr. put the family back in victory lane with an emotional victory in the Coke 0400. He wants to do it one last time. "I want to add another win in the Earnhardt column," Jr. said. "My expectations were very low when I started racing. I just wanted to pay my bills." At first, Jr. struggled with shouldering the pressures and demands of being the face of a sport. Racing lost a hero when his father died and it desperately needed somebody to fill the void. "It just took me a long time to figure all that out," he said. "I just think being around Jimmy, Johnson, and Hendrick, and my sister and people that have told me certain things time and time again, it started to click, and you realize the right way to be and to treat people, and do things. I'm still not perfect. I've still got a lot of things I can do better." He did his best at Daytona, winning a combined 17 races, which is third in the track's record book. Most of all, he feels good about the mark he will leave at stock car racing's grandest stage. "I'm not having any anxiety about the end coming. I feel pretty good about that," Jr. said. "I feel pretty good about my decision. I haven't had any second guesses or regrets about that. So, I don't believe I will have any anxiety as it starts to get closer to Homestead." There will be all-day tributes throughout the speedway. NBC has special features planned. But once Earnhardt climbs inside the sanctuary of his number 88 Chevrolet, the spectacle of the moment will be replaced by what his family does best, race. "There is still a lot of work going on," Earnhardt said. "So it is kind of hard sometimes to balance between saying farewell and getting the job done, the best job you can for this season." Like an aging boxer, Earnhardt can't quite let go. He continued to tease the NASCAR nation by suggesting he may not stay on the sidelines long, especially if he can get in a good car for the Daytona 500. At the same time, he tempered those expectations by saying he's happy to finish on his terms. "I just definitely want to leave the door open for any opportunity," he said. "Somebody may need me to come in and help. I wouldn't be opposed to helping somebody if they need some help. I feel like I'm done full-time. And I feel comfortable about that choice. But I'm going to run roughly 2 to 6 Xfinity races for I don't know how many years to try to continue to grow junior motorsports and keep it healthy. Will that be enough to keep me happy? I don't know. We'll see. Years later, the son now is content with his effort. Instead of avoiding the added attention, he's learned to embrace the moment. I just don't want to miss anything, he said. I don't want to miss a moment that I should take in. I don't want to miss the opportunity to let people know how much they mean to me. The two Hendrick cars were best in both rounds of qualifying. Added with Casey Kahn's fourth-place run, Hendrick will start with 3 of the top 4 cars. Brad Keselowski broke up the Hendrick stranglehold up front by qualifying 3rd. Like everyone else, he admitted to being swept into the Earnhardt fanfare. His retirement in some ways is bittersweet for all of us because I think a lot of us don't particularly want to see him leave, he said. But on the other side, we're happy to see him turn the page for the next chapter in his life. So I guess it's all part of the cycle of life. Kevin Harvick will start 4th, followed by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in 5th, Joey Logano in 6th, Jamie McMurray in 7th, Ryan Blaney in 8th. Danica Patrick in 9th and Clint Bowyer in 10th. Earnhardt said he couldn't ask for anything more from his 18-year career. I accomplished way more than I've ever dreamed, way more than I ever thought I'd accomplish, he said. For the last time at the Daytona International Speedway, Earnhardt Jr. can take his expectations, and the family name, to a higher level. Please subscribe my channel.